Welcome, everyone. We are still in that joyous, we get to be back together stage here in the sanctuary. And wherever you are watching from, welcome to you on this day. A gratitude today for this beautiful land that is waking up. And I had the privilege and the honor of meeting a Swinomish elder who was explaining to me the intricacies of all the tribes in our region here who walked this land. And I'm grateful for all who have walked this land in the millennia that we have inhabited this place, and particularly for all the people that have been working so hard to bring the grounds into shape so that we could all see the beauty. So right now I'm going to send you over to our amazing band and ask you to enjoy some music with them.
All right, well, good morning, everyone. If you're here in person and you want to stand up and move your body a little bit, swing open my heart. Swing open my heart. Give thanks for the day. Gonna let love fill me up. Get right back to the start. This is how I was made. Free from the worry and free from the fear. I know spirit is peace, loving kindness in me right now, right here. Singing, don't worry, you know this part, about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Swing open my heart. Give thanks for the day. Gonna let love fill me up. Get right back to the start. This is how I was made. Free from the worry and free from the fear. I know spirit is peace, loving kindness in me right now, right here. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright, yeah, yeah. Singing, don't worry, no, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Let's sing, don't worry again. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright, yeah, yeah. Every little thing, yeah, every little thing is gonna be alright. Really believe it, every little thing, yeah, every little thing is gonna be alright, yeah. She missed me in the back. All right, hey, take a minute to greet some neighbors out there, and if you're out on social media, say hello. We'd love to hear where you're from. Shall we? Let's do it. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Good morning, everyone. That is powerful energy. Good morning. My name is Rhonda Biggs, and I'm your practitioner for the day. Happy to see folks online and here in person. So thank you for being here today, and please join me in this opening prayer. And breathing into this moment, I know that it is absolutely perfect. That's so noted. The divine is unfolding spring in perfect and right time and harmony. Such is my life is unfolding in right and perfect time, in harmony with all that is. And I am so grateful for the gentle rains that nourish the earth, the sweet unfolding of the daffodils that reflect to me my life unfolding in beauty and brightness, and the sweet call of the trumpeter swans flying north, following the call that is age-old and timeless. So on this beautiful spring day, I stand in harmony with the divine and the unfolding of my life in its perfection, following my true heart's calling, unfolding in beauty, and singing my song. Thank you, sweet Spirit, for this knowing and this good day, and in great glad-heartedness of being together, near and far, always in the heart. And so it is.
All of me designed to perfection. All of me beautiful and sacred. All of me a wonder, expression of the infinite. All of me pure light, divine. All of me designed to perfection. All of me designed to perfection. All of me beautiful and sacred. All of me beautiful and sacred. A wonder, expression of the infinite. All of me a wonder, expression of the infinite. All of me pure light, divine. All is love, all is light. All is love, all is light. All is love, all is light. All is love. expression of the infinite, all of me, pure light divine. All is love, all is light, all is love, all is light, all is love, all is light, all of me, pure light divine. All is love. All is love, all is light, all is love, all is light, all is love, all is light, all is love. All is love, all is light, all is love, all is light, all of me, pure light divine, all of me, pure light divine. May I never lose my wonder. 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 Let's sing that together. May I never lose my wonder. 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 Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. May I never lose my wonder. 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 Wide-eyed and mystified. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child, staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child staring at the beauty of the world. Wide-eyed and mystified, may I be just like a child staring at the beauty of the world. May I never lose my wonder. 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 May we never. May we never lose our wonder. May we never lose our wonder. May we never lose our wonder. May we never lose our wonder.
Thank you. So I wanted to, this has nothing to do directly with what I'm going to talk about, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about what I learned this week from our spiritual leader, who is the person in charge of the whole organization. His name is the Reverend Dr. Edward Viljoen, and some of you probably heard his talk a few weeks ago. And Dr. Edward was talking about our center in Ukraine. Did you know we had a center in Ukraine? Yeah. And it's, yeah. And so many of us who knew have been concerned. And so he was letting all of us know that word had reached Home Office that several of the practitioners who have been running that center have made it out of the country. And what was really wonderful was the centers in Europe have all offered to take them in, and anyone from that center who's made it out, which was very heartwarming. And the center in Geneva, Switzerland, did you know we had a center in Geneva, Switzerland? Just in case you want to visit any old time, you know, they're there. And the woman in charge of that center is offering anyone who would like to join them to join in prayer. And because of the time difference, the prayer for us on the West Coast would be 1 p.m. every day of the week. And what she is orchestrating and hoping will happen is a chain reaction of prayer that will hold the people of Ukraine, the Russian soldiers, and the whole situation in profound love. So I just thought I thought you might want to know that, because for me it was like a bright spot in my day a couple of days ago. And today what I'm speaking about is, you know, I've been talking about essential practices of the science of mind and spiritual practices in general that can hold us in times that we've been through, like the pandemic, and times where we're watching war unfold. And these essential practices for me have stabilized me in profound ways, and many of the people here as well. And so I wanted to talk about 3 today because they come in an old childhood song that some of us learned in preschool when we were learning to cross the street. You may remember this little song, stop, look, and listen before you cross the street, right? I don't know if you learned that one, but it lives on. It lives on. My granddaughter is learning that song today in her preschool, so it's catchy tune apparently for little ones. But I wanted to use Stop, Look, and Listen to talk about the 3 essential practices that have helped me not only stabilize in times that are difficult, but also open to the divine spirit that dwells within all of us and dwells within me and in you very personally. And so one of the key teachings that our founder, Ernest Holmes, and also many of the essential wisdom teachings around the world have taught about is the stopping part. And what are we stopping? Well, I don't know what your mind is like, But I know what my mind is like, and there's a lot of discursive thinking, often circular. Anybody else? Yeah, and this sort of circular kind of thinking that's not necessarily positive and often contains hints or more than hints of anxiety, worry, stress, fear, anger, doubt. I could go on, but you get the drift. So, this sort of looping discursive thinking is what we stop. And yes, it actually can stop. I'll admit, not for long. But the moments when it does are filled with a different sort of something. And so we want to learn how to stop. And not only the discursive thinking, but the discursive thinking actually feeds another part that is not our friend. And these are the habitual ways that we deal with the worry, the fear, the stress, the anger, the doubt. And the habitual ways we deal with those vary from sacred human to sacred human. But they all involve not the highest and best responses typically. So some of us seek to numb out so that we can not have that thinking go on, and so we veg out in front of the computer or the television. We use substances to kind of put a distance between us and the thoughts. We indulge in too much food, too much alcohol, too much, you name it. We do all kinds of things, in other words, to try to get away from those thoughts. And there's no judgment here because those thoughts can be very difficult to deal with. And so those habitual ways we deal with them have been developed over time to try to give us a momentary peace, a momentary sense of stillness or happiness. But a lot of times those habitual energies that we've adopted over time really do not serve us. And as we walk further and further on the spiritual path, we begin to awaken to the fact that those also must stop. And I don't know about you, but I have throughout my lifetime, I'm sure you have too, so I'm going to ask for a show of hands, either virtually or here. How many of you have tried to stop a habit? Wow, unanimous. And I'm not going to ask for a show of hands. How many of you have failed miserably sometimes? Yeah, me too. And so stopping is not as easy as just like, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. It just doesn't work that way sometimes. And so how do we stop? Well, let me take you to the next essential practice, because that's actually what begins to pull us into a different realm of experience and allows the habitual ways we've been thinking and acting to subside gradually. So the second essential practice is look, stop, look. So what are we looking at? Well, what we're looking at is reality, which also, to the discursive mind, is terrifying. But that's not the reality that I'm speaking about. We're actually looking at the present moment. And when we are capable and able to bring ourselves to the present moment, yes, it contains some difficult things. But at the very same exact time, it contains immense beauty, immense wonder. And so children, as the song said, are more in touch with the wonder part of the present moment than a lot of adults that I know. And so the spiritual practices that maybe you've heard thrown your way when you confessed to a friend that these discursive thoughts were killing you, and they might have said something like, well, have you tried meditation? Which is a living hell when the discursive thoughts are not stopping, right? Right? Well, have you tried mindfulness? Oh man, yes, I've been mindful of all those thoughts going around and around and around. What about yoga? Oh, yoga. Yeah, that hurts, and that goes round and around and around and around. So a lot of people are a little bit shy about spiritual practicing because until the discursive thinking slows down and eventually stops momentarily, it can be very difficult. I could use all kinds of adjectives. Apparently, this is Adjective Sunday, but I won't. Instead, what I'll offer is what we're looking at in a different way. And so I brought a story some of you have heard. It's a very old story from a wonderful teacher named Eknath Aswaran, who was a Fulbright scholar who came to the United States in his youth and stayed. But he was raised in India, and he had a spiritual grandmother who taught him how to stop and how to look. And she told him this story. In ancient India lived a sculptor renowned for his life-size statues of elephants. With trunks curled high, tusks thrust forward, thick legs trampling the earth, these carved beasts seemed to trumpet to the sky. One day, a king came to see these magnificent works and to commission statuary for his palace. Struck with wonder, he asked the sculptor, "What is the secret of your artistry?" The sculptor quietly took his measure of the monarch and replied, "Great king, when with the aid of many men I quarry a gigantic piece of granite from the banks of the river, I have it set here in my courtyard. For a long time I do nothing but observe this block of stone and study it from every angle. I focus all my concentration on this task and won't allow anything or anyone to disturb me. At first, I see nothing but a huge and shapeless rock sitting there, meaningless, indifferent to my purposes, utterly and wholly out of place. It seems faintly resentful at having been dragged from its cool place by the rushing waters. But then slowly, very slowly, I begin to notice something in the substance of the rock. I feel a presentiment, an outline, scarcely discernible, shows itself to me through others I suspect, though others I suspect would not perceive a thing. I watch with an open eye and a joyous, eager heart. The outline grows stronger. Oh, yes, I can see it. An elephant is stirring in there. And only then do I start to work. For days, flowing into weeks, I use my chisel and mallet, always clinging to my sense of that outline, which grows ever stronger. How the big fellow strains, how he yearns to be out, how he wants to live. It seems so clear now, for I know the one thing I must do. With an utter singleness of purpose, I must chip away every last bit of stone that is not elephant. What then remains will be, must be, elephant. So what we're looking for is the outline. We're looking inward first for the outline of our true nature, of that place inside of us that knows no worry, knows no fear, knows no anxiety. It's what's been referred to as the peace that passes all understanding. Because when we look in the world, how could we think peace in a time where the globe is fraught with war and violence. And yet, the outline of peace, the outline of something that knows of the divine is in us. And so, yes, your friends, have you tried meditation? Have you tried mindfulness? Have you tried yoga? And so many other practices. Perhaps they've tasted momentarily the outline. They've seen it in themselves. They know it is the antidote for what troubles you. And so they offer it. But only we can discover how to find the outline, how to look deeply inside of ourselves, how to walk and look and continue to look until the outline begins to show itself in small ways. And what would that be? How would that show itself? Sometimes what happens is when we're truly intent and we're walking in nature and we're looking inwardly as well as outwardly, something outwardly arrives in our perceptual field that has no place necessarily in the ordinary way of nature. Perhaps a feather that has no way of being where we're walking shows itself, or a rock shaped like a heart, or a tree that seems to call us forward. And we begin by looking inward to see outwardly a mirror reflection of something that is mysterious and present and totally and wholly what's possible for us. I know some of you, probably all of you, have had moments like this. And that's what we look for. Inwardly, when we're sitting on our cushion, when we're doing some sort of yogic pose, when we're walking very carefully, that's what we're doing. It's not the practice itself, but rather where the practice is pointing. That's what we're doing. So we stop long enough to look within, and gradually, the outline appears and becomes stronger and stronger until finally we know our true nature. We know it's there. And what is our true nature? Well, we all have a different emphasis and a different call in this life. But there are certain similarities that band us together as a tribe of sacred humans. Our true nature, from the science of mind perspective, is the place within where the spirit that is everywhere present, resident within us, meets the personality self and informs it. And so the true nature takes from the infinite divine and makes of it a unique life. Your life, my life. And then comes the last of the essential practices. Listening. And listening for me is actually the unhidden agenda of the science of mind philosophy. It's what all of the different prayers and meditations and classes and Sunday services and all the things we do to support one another in stopping and looking, it's what arises when we do that together long enough. We can listen to the spirit that is uniquely seeking to express itself through each one of us. We become a channel, an opening, a place that takes our unique emphasis and brings it into the world. This is what listening involves, is listening to the unique emphasis, the call, the way we are to express in the world. And I'll give you an example of what's happening globally to maybe illustrate the importance of listening. When it was apparent that the war was breaking out in the Ukraine, what heartened me the most, and I don't know if you noticed it too, is that perhaps for the very first time that I can remember in my life that has seen way too many wars, for the first time, almost without exception, globally, people said, no. No, this is not the right way. No, this is not how it should be done. No. Globally. Oh, we've all, stood on signs with let peace be our way kind of stuff. But to have it be a global expression was a powerful moment for me. And that continues. And why? Because I truly believe that when we listen deeply and begin to express our own unique expression of the divine through our everyday life, and we deliberately and consciously keep stopping and looking and listening, what begins to happen is an awakening inside of us to a greater idea, a bigger idea, a possible idea for not only ourselves and our community, but the world. We begin to hook into what's apparently a global vision. And it partakes of that indwelling initial outline of peace. So do I think peace is possible? Yeah, I do. Do I think it's going to happen tomorrow? I'm not at that level of knowing yet. I'll just keep looking. I'll stop and I'll look and listen to what my part is, because you have a part. And it's not for most of us, there's a few people that get to be super, or have to be, super grandiose. But for most of us, it's not about that. It's about the small, everyday offerings of our true nature. The kindness to the call center gal when we're trying to get Comcast to do something. The letting someone with fewer groceries go in front of us. The willingness to wear masks, even though the mask mandate is lifted, to support each other. That kind of thing, over and over. The small gestures, the small acts build the global vision. And so we can do what we can do. And the last thing I want to say, back to the Ukraine again, because it's in the morphogenetic field of all of this right now, is I had someone say, well, I just feel so depressed. And that's understandable. And they asked me as a spiritual teacher what I was doing. And I said, well, I am moved. And sometimes I'm moved by sorrow. And sometimes I'm moved by joy at the incredible kindnesses and the outpouring of love, and both together. And I said, so what I've chosen to do is be awake to all of that, but really send love and joy into the situation. They are not helped by my sorrow. While I feel it and it's personal, they are not helped. And if we are to help, we must take all that we know of the kindness and the goodness of sacred humans and pour it into the situation in prayer, in thought, and in action. So let me do a prayer for our true nature showing itself in all the ways it does more fully. Join me in knowing, dwelling within all things, so evidently in nature and on this beautiful planet of ours, and dwelling within every single sacred human lies the divine, an energy and a power and a love and a wisdom that knows no limit. And so its unlimited nature is offered to you and to me all the time. And I take this moment in prayer to give thanks for the wisdom and love coursing through me, coursing through you and in the world. I give thanks for it and I utilize it. I stop long enough to look deeply and see the wisdom and love that I can allow to motivate me into goodness, kindness, and offering love into the world. And because I know there is no limit, I know that my heart and my mind and my intention are ever evolving with this wisdom and love. And I allow it to express ever more fully. As I do this, habit energies that have kept me stopped, that have created barriers to this wisdom and love, easily and readily fall to the wayside. And a fresh and powerful energy moves where there was limitation. Now there is abundance. I'm grateful knowing this. I celebrate it, and I use it for good. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. All right, the ushers are preparing for the offertory. We're still getting used to doing that again. Thank you for all who have supported us through all these long years of pandemic. Thank you for any donation you can make today. We really appreciate it. And let's hear some wonderful music.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day for love. Thank you for this love, Spirit. Thank you for this love. Thank you for this love, Spirit. Thank you for this love. This healing, this healing, this healing love. This healing, this healing, this healing love for peace. Thank you for this peace, Spirit. Thank you for this peace. Thank you for this peace, Spirit. Thank you for this peace. This healing, this healing, this healing peace. This healing, this healing, this healing peace. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day.
Couple of announcements for you, and then we're going to go right into our annual general meeting, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So as you walked in today, those of you who are here in the audience, there's a beautiful earth altar set up in the back of our sanctuary there, and we are inviting you to participate in bringing something to the earth altar anytime this week or next Sunday. And why is that there? The Earth Stewards, which is a group of people who are taking the core value we have as a spiritual community, which is to be wise stewards of the earth, our land, and our finances. The Earth Stewards are going to be presenting a climate cafe opportunity next Sunday. And it's in person as well as offered by Zoom. And so we're creating an altar from all the things that you and I are doing that help in any way. Why are we doing that? Because I've had so many people say to me, well, unless the corporations jump on board, none of this really matters. And I disagree. Fully, I disagree. Like in a big way, like I've gotten into arguments with my daughters. Because yes, it's true, we all of the different entities and beings in the world have to change our ways, but we are. I mean, I know you are. I know you've taken steps. So if you have a representation of something that you're doing to help with the climate crisis, we'd like you to bring it. I don't know if it's here yet today, but someone's bringing their Ridwell container. which if you haven't heard of it, a lot of us are on Ridwell. But whatever you have been doing, bring a representation for the altar. And if you forget and you come next Sunday, there'll be slips of paper that you can write down either a blessing for the earth or something that you're doing. And then the cafe begins at noon. And we're going to talk for a little bit about the spiritual artistry that is represented by all of this that we're doing, and give people a chance to share a little bit what they're doing so that we can all understand that we are doing things and there is hope and we can make a difference. So that's next Sunday from 12 to 1:30, and you can join us either which way. So the annual general meeting is happening today as well, and I know some of you have come on purpose to help us with that. In the back row of chairs right behind there are our member sign-ups, and if you are a member of the community, could you please, as soon as we're done here, go back and sign your name to that and either stay, which would be lovely, or we have a Zoom link that's going to be happening if you need to go home or can make it home, or you have it on your phone, whatever, and participate in our annual general meeting, which usually is about 45 minutes long, sometimes as much as an hour. We're going to have some PowerPoint slides about the year that just happened for you to see some of what's gone on. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the Gourmets for Good event that's coming up. So I'll save that and not announce about it now, other than to tell you if you can't stay, we're having this incredible connection event called Gourmets for Good, where people volunteer to make a meal and share it with people who bid for a place at the table. And the host form is now accessible online. That's where you would fill out all the information, and there's instructions on, how to do that. So that's that. Our own Kat Wingirter over here is going to begin teaching a class on Wednesday, March 30th in the evenings called Exploring Roots. And it's a tremendously interesting class on the roots of the science of mind philosophy and New Thought. And she's offering it on Zoom, so you can take it from anywhere. But you do need to register so that we can make sure that you get the materials that she'll be sending out. So that starts on the 30th at 6 p.m. And I think that's probably enough from me. All the other things you can find online, and there are things. There's a beach cleanup, for example, this Tuesday at noon at the Locust Beach, and there's all kinds of things you can tune into and be a part of. But right now, I'd like to send us out with a little music and invite those of you who can stay, whether you're a member or just a community friend, to stay for the AGM. So take it away, Amber.
Yeah, let's dance out into this day. Anything is possible when you believe. You know anything is possible when you believe. You can make a mountain move when you believe. Oh yeah, you can make a mountain move when you believe. Oh, don't you know that you can change your life when you believe? Oh, don't you know that you can change your life when you believe in yourself? In yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, when you believe, oh, we're gonna make a miracle when you believe. Oh yeah, we're gonna make a miracle when you believe. Everything you want, you got when you believe. You know everything you want, you got when you believe. All right, I believe in me and you. I said I believe in me, and I believe in you. We believe in each other. There ain't nothing we can do. Nah, 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 wonderful week. Stick around for the meeting, and we'll see you again soon.